Hi everyone, so today a short project to start with. As you can see, I have my 2015 Ducati Dark Stealth Diavel with me today. All we're going to be doing is changing out his reservoir caps. Now it's a known issue with these guys that they leak, they get corrosion around the outside and they end up eating all the paint. So brake fluid or .4 fluid is nasty on the paintwork. So the things that I've got for today is a couple of rags. You do not want this on your paintwork, trust me. So wrap it up nice and tight. We're going to change out the reservoir caps to some new CNC Racing. I got that in my CNC Racing pack with my Monster gear. And hopefully that'll fix the issues. We'll just check to see how the seal is inside the actual reservoir. And I don't think that he needs any topping up of fluids, so it should be a pretty easy job today. So you can see on this guy, my hand behind it, how much that's just created and eaten away all that paintwork. It's having trouble focusing. So it's more of the looks thing. It's also the fact that it could leak down onto my tank. You can see it better from this side. So I've got my rags, I've got a T-handled Allen, it's just a couple of little Allen bolts. This is a very simple job. This is one of these ones that anyone be able to do themselves. Okay, I'm just going to set up with rags and then I'll come back to you. Okay, so I've got the front of my bike all covered up in rags. Now I'm missing my tripod today. Just crack these. Sometimes with these small jobs, that's the hardest part, is just getting the screws to crack and not round. Put that down on my cloth. See how that's spilled on me? That is why you've got all those rags. Okay, he's leaning over a fair wave. See, his fluid looks pretty good and clear. It's not too bad at all. This rubber seal that's on it, we want to keep that. Put that back on. And you can see the damage that's been done around the outside there. Okay, and you can see just the level of corrosion that's inside that. Okay, I'm going to pause you guys so I can get these new ones out of the packets and I'll be back. Okay, so I've got them out of their packets. This has got DB, Ducabike. So this is actually Ducabike brand. So it came with my CNC gear, but it's actually Ducabike. Okay, slide that on, nice and tight. How much better does that look already? Screws back in, and we're done. And that is actually how you can also, if needed, top up your fluids. So it's a good idea when you're topping up your fluids or even when you're bleeding your lines, and I've done a lot of bleeding of lines now, to have your bike on a stand, like a rear paddock stand, just because then your bike's level, because this fluid, especially these wide coffin reservoirs, is very painful. I just want to make sure that those are tight, they're not too tight. Okay, grab the rag, give it a clean up around the outside edge. Now these rags, if any fluid spills on them, I do keep a couple of rags that are brake fluid only rags. But if any brake fluid spills on them, do yourself a favour and throw it out, because if you then turn around and use that rag for something else, it's not going to be any good. So that's the difference. I think that looks pretty good. Matches him quite well. That is how you change a reservoir cap on a Ducati Diavel. So, simple job. There's a lot of simple jobs that you ladies out there can do. You don't need anyone to help you out with them. Okay, that's it for me. I'm going to do the other one. I don't think you guys need to see it, and I'll add a photo at the end of this video of the completed job. Okay, bye.